Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing today? Happy Thursday. Oh, my voice. Are you guys having a good Thursday? I'm struggling today. I'm really struggling today. Do you ever have one of those days and it's like I'm not struggling, like I'm not unhappy. Like I feel content today. I think it's because I did not sleep well last night. And I feel like I've been kind of trying to fight it all day long. I don't know. I'm just like, I thought I brought a lighter out here to light the candles. Did I not? Where is it at? I'm almost positive. Oh, I guess I didn't. I know I put it in my pocket. It was sitting. Oh, I'll go there and get it in just a second. Anyway, I've just been struggling like all day. You know, it's so interesting when I say something on here and I'm like, oh, like, I've been getting the greatest sleep lately, you know, or I don't have any problems going to sleep. And then it's like the next night, like I struggle so hard going, it's like I say it, you know, it's like the other day when I was talking about like, you know, like Otis, like he doesn't like get how to go potty, and then like it's Walter that gets it, and then it's like that night, like it just like is a total turnaround. Like I say it on video, and then it's like it almost kind of like, it's like it kind of, I don't know, it's like voodoo or something that y'all do to me. I don't know what it is. It's just like, anyway, we'll get to that in just a second. I feel like now I'm like, where is my candle? I know, or candle. My candle's right there. Where is my lighter? I know did it fall down? I was bringing my, oh, it did! It did! Ah. Okay, let's light the candle first of all before the lighter gets too cold. Okay. Is it lit? It's lit. I think this candle's almost done too. It's down at the very bottom. So it is currently 6:14 p.m. and let's look and see what the temperature is. Oh, somebody just texted me. Let's see what the temperature is. Oh, Lord. It didn't feel as cold today as it usually did. And when I came out here earlier, it looked like the snow was melting and stuff. It hasn't melted a lot, but it looked like the snow was melting and stuff. But then as the day went on, it started feeling like it was getting colder. So it's probably colder now. I'm going to try to take a little bit of a walk tonight. But like I said, I'm struggling. Like I'm going to try to go for a walk tonight. I'm going to get myself out here. Like tonight, my goal is usually like 30 to 40 minutes. And I end up usually walking about an hour. Because it's been colder. My goal tonight is like, if I can even make it around here just once and get outside. It's pool crew lady number 2, her and her grandkids. Oh, it looks like they're having like a family thing. There's like other cars there too. She drove by earlier when I was taking the dogs out. And I was like, what? I think it was Otis had just pooped. And so I was holding the bag waiting for Walter to poop. And she drove by and I had the dogs like both on one leash while I like just picked it up. And so she drove by and she's like, look at you out here. I was like, yeah. I said, do you want some poop? And she goes, no, that's why we don't have dogs. She goes, they're so cute though. She's hilarious. Anyway, oh, we were gonna look at the weather, weren't we? Yeah, it feels like it's gotten colder. So tonight, my goal is like once all around every street in here, which will take me like 20, 25 minutes. The thing is, once I get out of my walks, I always walk longer. It's 22 degrees outside. I feel like I have no clear sense of what temperature is anymore. I was telling Alex last night, because we watched the new Vanderpump Rules last night, which apparently came out the night before. See, now this guy is running down the street. Like, he's like jogging and running. I'm like, if he can jog and run in this, like I can get out and walk. I always feel better after my walk. Usually, like, recently, well, up until it started getting really cold, it didn't take a lot to get me out the door. But now that it's cold, I'm like, and I don't really like to take any days off from walking now, because I'm now to like the point where I'm like walking every day. Like on Saturday, we're going out to dinner, so I won't be able to walk on Saturday night. So I already know that ahead of time. Somebody messaged me, or they put it in the comment section that tomorrow it's supposed to be like, or this morning, like tomorrow morning, it's supposed to be like -5 degree wind chill in Indianapolis. Is that true? Let's look and see. Oh, Lord, it's going to get down to 10 degrees tonight. It looked like it said snow on here. It just took me into this game, this ad for this game. I don't even know what this game is. It's like ping pong or something. Is it supposed to snow, or does that just mean... What does that little thing mean next to it? I don't think it means snow. I don't know what that means. Okay, clear to partly... No, it doesn't mean snow. Clear to partly cloudy, near record low temperatures. Today was near record. Oh, I guess tonight it means that. Tomorrow, there's Walter. Hi, Walter. They just went out and did their potties and everything. Tomorrow is a high of 31, some clouds in the morning. Will give way to mainly sunny skies for the afternoon. What's it supposed to? Oh, it doesn't go hourly into that. Mosquito risk low. You don't say. You don't say mosquito risk low. Okay, so then let's also, here, I'll leave my glasses out here. I'm having something different to drink tonight. It's a cuppa. I don't even know what that means. Can somebody that lives like in Australia or England let me know what that means, a cuppa? But it's lemon ginger tea with sweet cream creamer. I used to back in the day. So, well, I'll tell you the story in a second. Hold on. Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. So it's lemon ginger tea with the Trader Joe's sweet cream creamer and one, well, I'm out of sweet and low, so it's raw sugar, one raw sugar in it. It's really good. So back in the day, if anybody lives in Indianapolis, they'll know what this restaurant is. One of my best friend from high school, her dad owns restaurants here in town. He used to own like 4 or 5. Now I think he just owns one and a bar. But he's from Scotland. And so, I'm going to mispronounce the name. Middleborough? Is that Scotland? Middleborough, Scotland is where he's from. So anyway, so a lot of his bars and restaurants that he opened were like Scottish themed. So he actually opened a restaurant here in town, and it's like, I'm trying to say this in a way that's gonna, like, anybody in Indianapolis will know what this is. It's like, she actually lives probably like, I could probably walk to her house from here, she and her husband. The restaurant is like a Scottish pub in Indianapolis. It was like the first Scottish pub ever. Like, they do the eggs and all that. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Like the Scottish eggs, they do all that kind of stuff. Anyway, but it's like real famous, like bar restaurant here in town. It's been open now for like, well, God, since we were probably, did it open when we were like high school or college? I think it opened like when we were in college. So, I mean, probably, did I go there before I got sober, or did it open after I got sober? It's probably been open for about 30 years now. You know what? They just had an anniversary not too long ago, because I saw it on Facebook, because she was there at the anniversary. But anyway, so when we were like in high school and college and stuff like that, she stayed a lot with him. His house is fantastic. And like, he has this house in Broad Bowl that he and his wife like redid. They kept on adding on to. Broad Bowl's like this real artsy area. It's where my mom grew up. But it's a lot of small houses and bungalows. But a lot of people have bought it there. They call the southern part of Broad Bowl, they now call Sobro, like Soho, because it's like art galleries. It's a real cute area now. So anyway, but her dad lived there like 35 years ago, and his house was so cool. It had like, they had put in like stained glass windows, and I just remember we would like go over there. So she has a half brother from her stepmom, and he's older now. He's like probably, God, he's probably like 40 or something like that, but in his 40s. But when we were in like high school and college, like, she would babysit him for a weekend, and so we would stay there like when her dad and her stepmom were out of town. And I remember his house was so cool. It had all these big like crate and barrel couches and blankets and throws everywhere, and just the coolest lighting. And the kitchen had like exposed brick in it, and had just like all these, like, had window seats. And I remember like she would play all these CDs of his, and I've actually told this story before, because I talked about the cups that she would service the tea in. And because they were from Crate and Barrel, and they were like, I can still see them. They were like they were bigger, and they were like stone cups. I've looked these up online before, and I found them like one time, but then it, like, when I went to it, it was like on Etsy or eBay, so they were sold out. But they were like these like gray, they looked like they were made out of like concrete, the cups. And then on the rims, each rim was different color, like all red, all blue, all green, all yellow or something. And so it was, the three of us were like best friends in college. So this is my friend that went to IU for a semester. And then, you know what is so weird? This, I wonder if this, this wreath that Alex got is on a timer, because when I took the dogs out, it was on last night. When I took the dogs out like at 4 in the morning, I noticed it was off. And I was like, did Alex turn it off before he went to bed? That's not something that Alex would do. And now it's on, and I didn't turn it on, and it was off earlier today. So does it go on like when it gets dark outside? I'm so confused. I like the wreath though. Partly because I didn't have to buy one. Plus it's kind of small, and I like the lights on it and stuff. Alex found this thing. One of his friends is going to it tomorrow. where you can take your dogs to go see Santa Claus. My plan was to film all day tomorrow, but I'm kind of, to be honest with you, other than my vlog, I feel like maybe I need to take a day or two off. Like, I don't know. Today was like, I just, I don't even really know how to explain it. I feel like I've been doing so much. I know it doesn't seem like that to anybody else, but I just feel like I've been doing so much. The reading, I know it's like you're doing so much because you're reading advent calendar books, but it is a lot. I enjoy it. I love it. But I've been filming like, I don't know, I feel like I've been filming for like 2 months, like 5 to 6 videos a day. I might take a day or two off on the weekends, but I don't know, like, I feel like it, like I don't really relate to the whole burnout thing, but I feel like it kind of caught up with me today. Like, I was filming a video, I started the video, and I was like 2 minutes into it, I was like, no. Like, I was reading the cards from the Shy Wolf Candle Company, I was like, no, this video can wait till tomorrow. I just knew I was done. I was like, I'm just done. Like, I was like, to come out here and vlog is completely different. Like, I don't really know how to explain it, but I'm just sitting, like, I literally, as I'm having this conversation, telling you about my friend from high school and college, well, I mean, she's still a friend of mine today, but I'm like, that's how we originally met. I feel like I'm just like talking to a friend on my front porch drinking coffee. Like, not like any of my videos are so difficult. I'm not saying that. I have the easiest job in the entire world. I love it. And I say that to everybody, and like, a lot of my friends are like, not a lot of people could do what you do. I'm like, it's easy. Like, they're like, yeah, but not a lot of people could talk to a camera. I'm like, they're like, I couldn't talk to a camera. I'm like, let's not act like my job is standing on my feet all day long or being in a service position. My job's easy. I know that. And I love my job. And I feel grateful to you. Oh, by the way, I just want to say this. Hold on. I still can't get to any of my stories today. You guys are helping me. Because, see, I was, like, struggling today. And now I'm just, like, all of a sudden I feel so much better. So, okay. But this is really good, by the way. This is how I got started in the story. I haven't had tea with creamer in it. Probably one day when I vlogged out here and I told the exact same story I'm telling right now. But anyway. Oh, shoot. What was I going to tell? I was going to say something. Now I don't remember. Now I have to go back. Okay, the tea story. The struggling story. We'll get to all of it today here in just a second. Alex texted me like at like 5 o'clock and he was coming home and he was like, what are you doing? And I was like, I'm putting stuff together. I still have to vlog and whatever. And he was like, okay. And I was like, I texted him and I was like, I still have to vlog and I still have to do this stuff. I said, if you have something that you want to do. And he was like, no. And then he texted me back like 10 minutes later and he was like, I texted my friend and she's here too. She's like, works right like by him. And he's like, do you care if we like stop over at 1933? And like, he loves their sliders. I was like, go. Because then I feel like I don't have any rush. I can take my walk. I can get situated, get cozy, finish my vlog, and I don't feel rushed. So that turned out perfect tonight. What was I going to say, though, before all that? Well, I'll come back to it. So anyway, this friend of mine, well, it's interesting kind of how we met. We met through, like, somebody else. And she knew, so my friend that I always talk about that I knew from kindergarten, elementary, junior high, high school, college, graduate school. Okay, so the three of us were, like, best friends in college. Like, we partied a lot in college. Early college, before I got sober. But she went to IU for a semester, and then she came back here and she went to IUPUI with us. She was friends with her. They were in choir together in high school. But I can't remember how I met my friend, because we had an individual friendship, and then the three of us started hanging out, like, in college. Like, they were friends, but, like, in high school, the three of us didn't really, like, we were friends, but, like, we didn't hang out tight. Like, I was friends with this other friend whose dad owns the restaurants, and I was friends with my other friend. But, like, we hung out at different times. Like, they knew each other and stuff like that, but it wasn't, like, in college, it was just the three of us. And we got super tight. But anyway, oh my God, she and I used to have so much fun. My dad still, all the time, every time I talk to my dad, he's like, so how's so-and-so? He loves her so much. She and I actually, so it's her sister that painted cells. This was before, like, animation was all done on computers. She went to art school, and so she got a job in London painting cells for the movie. It was the last movie that guy did. I can't think of his name, but anyway, the guy that was in all the scary movies back in the day. I think the movie was called The Thief in the Baghdad or something like that. But anyway, she painted the cells for it, and we went one New Year's. We left on the 26th, and then so we got there on the 26th, and then we were there through, like, New Year's Day and all this kind of stuff. I think Diana Ross was supposed to open Harrods, and we were going to go there. We just didn't make it. That was before I got sober. I was wandering the streets on New Year's Eve at like 4 o'clock in the morning of London, had no clue where I was, and she and her sister found me. I have no idea. Her sister was so put out by it. I can remember that. It's so funny I'm thinking about that. I've been thinking about the most random stuff lately. So anyway, I think part of it too is I had therapy today, and I didn't expect it, and we went real deep in therapy today. And like, I didn't expect it. I thought it would be kind of like a lighthearted therapy. I started talking about The Leftovers. And The Leftovers, like, I love that show, but it's really making me think about a lot of things on a very deep level. And so we were talking today, and I started talking about the accident and just like that time and how things have changed and people that were in my life that aren't in my life anymore and have passed away and are gone, and just Boo not being here, like, all it just went deep. Like, I see that as kind of like so much changed after my life at that point. It's hard for me not to look at that as a reference point for so much change in my life, not just internally of myself as a person, but like so much change just around that time. Like, I don't know. So my therapy session went real deep. And then I didn't start filming it until after I got off there. I filmed a drama video. And then that kind of got me out of it for a little bit. And I was like, okay, like, I'm kind of like, I'm back to how I felt. So I went to bed last night and I could not sleep. I just could not sleep for the life of me. In all honesty, I know people think I drink a lot of caffeine. I really don't drink a lot of caffeine. I might have, like, when I'm out here, have a cup of coffee. And then I usually, like, drink, like, a third of it, and I go inside and I pitch it before I go on my walk. Part of it is I don't like, when I'm sitting here vlogging, I don't like to, like, drink a lot so that when I go on my walk, I don't want to have to go to the bathroom. So I usually go inside and just pitch the rest of the coffee. Then I don't have another cup of coffee. Maybe, like, if Alex and I are watching a show or a movie together, I might, but usually I don't. I usually have, like, lemonade or water or something. Then I'll have, like, 1 cup of coffee at night, like, watching a show. So in reality, I'm having, like, and I hardly ever drink soda anymore. I mean, I don't even think I have any soda in the house. I have no Diet Dr. Pepper, no Diet Coke, nothing. So if I got a soda, it would be out somewhere. So I might, at most, drink, like, a cup and a half of coffee. Well, yesterday, when Caroline and I were out, we went to this coffee place that we like, and I got, like, I was, like, I don't know, I was just, like, excited to be, was that yesterday? Yeah, I was just excited to be out and whatever, and this coffee shop is real cute, and I was like, and they had like it was like 4 espresso shot, like, coffee. I was like, I'm gonna get that, and I haven't had that for a long time, and I got that, and I drank it over the course of the whole day. Like, I think I finished it, like, before I came out here and vlogged. And then I had a cup of coffee while I was vlogging, and then I think I finished that while Alex and I were watching Vanderpump Rules. And then I took I'd taken my walk before that. So then I took a shower, took a nap, and then when I got up, when I was reading, I had a cup of coffee. But I drank it over, like, a period of, like, an hour. It was like 2 hours I had 2 cups of coffee. I don't know, like, it's still a lot, right? And I don't hardly ever drink that kind of coffee. I didn't feel like my heart was racing or anything like that. It didn't feel like that. I just was awake. Usually, I'm pretty sensitive to caffeine, so if I drink a lot, I feel like my neighbor's out there doing something, because I can hear it, but I can't see it. Usually if I drink, like, a lot of caffeine, which on vacation a lot of times will happen, like, throughout the day I'll drink Diet Cokes and I don't really realize, like, how many I've had or something like that. Like, I'll have a cup of coffee when I get up. Like, when we're in Mexico, I always go to the coffee shop, get a cup of coffee, and then, like, Alex will get me, like, Diet Cokes, you know, while he's getting, like, you know, Coronas or whatever. And so, like, I'll drink, like, probably, like, 4 Diet Cokes throughout the day. I don't really realize it, and then it kind of catches up with me, and then it's like that night I can't really, like, sleep, you know what I mean? On vacation, I realize that I'm kind of sensitive to caffeine, and so, and I know it comes across like I drink a lot of caffeine, because you guys see me, like, drinking, well, I'm drinking tea. That's one of the reasons why I'm drinking the tea today. So, I don't know, like, I just laid there, and Alex is like, are you okay? And I was like, I can't sleep. And he's like, well, is something stressing you out? I was like, no, not at all. I didn't feel stressed. I didn't feel like, I was fine. I felt content. I just could not fall asleep. I don't think I fell asleep until, like, 9 o'clock. Well, you can't, I mean, back in the day, I would have just slept till 2. But when you have puppies, you can't do that, you know? And so I got up at, like, 11, and when I got up, like, they woke, because I went up to go, like, go to the bathroom, they woke up, I took them out, and then when I came back, I was like, I'm gonna sleep for, like, another hour. Well, they didn't want to sleep, so I just kind of, like, I'm going on, like, 2 hours of sleep. Well, when I got up and then I got them out again, I got ready for my therapy session because it was at 2 o'clock. I knew I wasn't going to film until after my therapy session. I keep on hearing something over there, like somebody's standing right there. Alex told me to look at the moon. I did not look at the moon. He's like, did you see the moon? I'm going to take you guys out with me for a second because I want to see the moon, first of all. And I also want to see who is standing out here because my neighbors have their garage door closed. Yep, their garage door's closed. Nobody's out there. Nobody's out there. Where's the moon? He told me to look at the moon. Oh, is it a full moon? That is pretty, isn't it? Let me see if I can focus it. I can't because I got my gloves on. Anyway, that's pretty. So, I got up. I was all out of focus. I touched the screen when I was trying to like focus on the moon, and now I'm going to have to... Hold on a second. I got to take my gloves off to focus it. Come on now. Focus. Why is it not focusing? Okay. I don't know what I hear. Maybe it's like ice falling or something. Because I came back here and now I hear it again. I swear to God, I just saw somebody walk by this my neighbor's light over there. They're not out. Nobody's out. It's kind of freaking me out. You know, these thriller advent calendar books. So when I got up, I knew I wasn't going to film until after my therapy session. So I was like, but I had videos that I wanted to make for every channel today. Because I texted Alex earlier and I was like, what time are you done today? And he's like, I'm done between like 5 and 5:30 because I thought maybe he might come home earlier. I said, okay. And at that point, he had no plans. And so that's why when I was like, you know, if you have something to do, do it because I got stuff to do. But anyway, so at that point when I got up, I took them out and whatever. To be honest with you, I woke up pretty quickly. Like I didn't feel super tired. I was kind of like during my therapy session and stuff, like, I don't know, I just maybe like emotionally I just got drained or something. Like I just did not expect the conversation to go where it did. It wasn't a bad therapy session. I mean, I think all the therapy sessions are insightful and good. It just was, it took me to places that I don't know, like I usually go into the therapy sessions like this is what I want to talk about today. And I went into it wanting to talk about the anxiety and like not really knowing like, how do you know like when the medicine's working and things like that. And that was kind of how the conversation started. And then it was like, he was like, okay, like, and I was talking about the OCD stuff and like it kind of ebbs and flows and whatever. And so then we were talking about like, well, at points in my life, when do I remember like the OCD stuff really coming out and whatever. And we were kind of going back in time. It's freaking me out. I feel like there's somebody like I literally looked, there's nobody over there. And somehow we like came back to the period before and after the accident. I mean, not that day, but like the months before and the months after. I don't know. It just like took me to, we started talking about like all different kinds of stuff. And I don't know. It just was, it was an emotionally draining therapy session. So when I got off of there, I honestly was kind of like, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to, like, I just was not like in a place to film. Well, I already had all my videos made. I actually had a different video I was going to do for my drama video today. And people have been sending me all this stuff. And so I was like, well, this is a video that last night people were sending it to me. And was it last night or was it? Yeah. And so then today there was more to add to it. So I was like, well, this will be an easy drama video to do. And I had all my videos listed that I wanted to do. So I did that video. It ended up being long. It was like a 53-minute video. And when I got done with it, I was like, I feel really good. I was like, I feel better. I felt awake. So I came downstairs and I started like putting up the memory card, and then I took the dogs outside, and that's when I talked to my neighbor, and then I came inside, and as soon as I came inside, I was like, I don't even know how to explain it. It wasn't like I felt like I could take a nap. I just felt emotionally drained. It was just kind of lingering, but it wasn't, I couldn't pinpoint anything. Like, it was weird. Like, do you ever just struggle, but you don't really know what it is? It's like you're just not feeling it. You know what I mean? Like, I just wasn't feeling it. I just was like, I don't know. And so I was like I was sitting there, I was like looking at my list. And we watched Vanderpump Rules last night. So I was like, do something fun. Like, get out of yourself. Do something fun. So I did a Vanderpump Rules reaction. And then I also wanted to do, I knew I wanted to do an advent calendar update. Because some of you guys have been asking me, like, what are my favorites and stuff like that. So I did that video. And that was like another hour. And at that point, I had, like, in the bed next to me, I had, or on the floor, I had these brownies and stuff that I was going to review. And then I had, because I'd brought it all up to the bedroom to film up there. And I had these peppermint brownies from Trader Joe's. And then I had the two Peterisms meditation books, and then I also had the cards from the Shy Wolf Candle Company. That's what I was going to say 10 minutes ago. And so I was going to do that. Well, I was like, okay, which one to start with first after I was uploading the other videos. And so I started reading the card on the Shy Wolf Candle Company. I sat there for a second. I was like, because sometimes like I have to adjust the camera and get it situated and whatever. Like, this is the weirdest thing. I don't know how to explain it. Maybe it's just like I haven't had a lot of sleep. I had an emotional session that I didn't expect. It felt healing, but it just felt emotionally draining. And so, and partly I'm saying that because I don't want anybody to worry me. There's nothing to worry about. It just was like, I don't know, like it took me to some things I don't think about on a regular basis. I think about a lot on a regular basis that has to do with that period of time. But some of my feelings and emotions, I don't, and he kind of took me there today. So anyway, like I was reading this card and it was nothing about the card or anything like that. I literally just like, all of a sudden I just was like, I'm done. Like I'm done filming for today. Like I don't even know how to explain it. You know, it's interesting because I was talking to a friend of mine the other day and she was like, I think I'm gonna take a mental health day tomorrow. And I was like, okay, why? And she was like, well, I've got a bunch of time to use before the end of the year. She's like, I don't like really feel like stressed out or anything. And she was like, I feel like this might have gotten into my head a little bit too. She's like, I just feel like I need a day to just like not do anything. And she's like, I think it would be really healthy for me. And I do that, but like, I think about that through the week, but then the other part of me is like, you usually take Saturdays and Sundays off except for vlogging. So it's not like what I do is hard. It's not like sitting down and reading a card from Shy Wolf Candle Company is difficult. Like, let's make that very clear, because I know that there will be the one person out there rolling their eyes like, oh my God, Peter. There's nothing difficult about what I do. I cannot explain to you why I felt the way that I did today. I just felt, I was going to say drained, but I didn't even feel drained. I just felt, I don't know, like at that point, it just was like, you're done. Today. It's just, and I didn't feel like, usually I'm like, kind of like, no, you can do one more, you can do one more video, you can do one more video. And then I was like, no, you're just done. Like, you're done. And I felt kind of just, it was weird. Like, I felt kind of resolved about it. Like, I came downstairs and I uploaded the memory card and I took the dogs out again. And I just was like, okay. And, you know, because my thinking at that time was, like, I don't even think at that point, like, Alex had left work yet. I mean, we had already had the conversation about him going to meet his friend for dinner at 1933. But he hadn't even left work yet. And so I was like, you know what I forgot to do is I forgot to get another battery in case this one, because I don't know if this is the bad one or if it's the cold or whatever. So when this stops at 30 minutes, I'll go inside and I'll get another battery. But anyway, I was like, it was early enough that like I could have filmed all those videos and done my vlog and taken my walk and everything. And I was like, no, you just need to stop today. I don't know really how to explain it. Like, this vlog is really, really helping me, honestly. Like, I say a lot that my vlogs are cathartic. Like, one of the things I said to my therapist at the end of the day, or at the end of the session was, he said, you seemed a little unsettled earlier. Do you feel better now? I said, I always feel better when I just get it out. Like, when I talk it through. Like, I always feel better. It's almost like, for me, like saying, like, I've just struggled today. To be honest with you, I haven't, like, other than my therapist, I haven't really said that to anybody. So, like, I haven't talked to really anybody today. So, I don't know. Maybe this is, like, I'm feeling better because I'm just kind of getting it out. I mean, I told him, I said, I feel like I'm struggling today. I don't know if it's I'm tired or whatever. He's like, what's going on? I said, I don't know. And then we just dove right into the deep end of therapy. Baby, it was good. This is the thing about it. It's like when I go to a meeting sometimes and I share something and I'm like I can sit there as I'm sharing it and I feel very vulnerable and very raw. If you've ever been in any kind of like support group, 12-step program therapy, group therapy, you'll understand what I mean. There are times where I feel so vulnerable and so raw, like, why did you just share that? I always, like, an hour later, just feel so good. It's like the shedding of the skin. When I have these therapy sessions, like right now, it's like when I did my 4-step, I heard all these people, like, which is your moral inventory in recovery. I heard all these people in meetings for years talk about, they felt so great after they did their inventory. It was just like this relief. And when you do your 5th step and go over it with your sponsor, I didn't feel that way. I felt like all my shit was written down on paper, and it was hard for me to look at how I wasn't this great person, which I already knew I wasn't a great person. And then I'm just sitting there looking at all this stuff. Like, I struggled with that. But then later, like a couple days later, I was like, oh. Like, the last time I did inventory with my sponsor, I left her house. I was like, I want to do this for more. I just feel like it felt so good to get it out. So right now, I don't necessarily feel like therapy was a good session today. I talked about things I know that I needed to talk about. I think like 2 o'clock in the morning, I'll be like, God, I feel good. Like, I feel light. But right now, I'm still kind of in my thoughts. But I was struggling before that, so it wasn't just that. You know, I don't know. I don't know why I'm struggling today. I have a great life, and I feel happy, and I feel content. I'm not pulling all that back. I just, like, some days are harder than others, and, you know, people ask me, they're like, how do you stay positive all the time? I don't. I have a lot of tools in my toolbox. I don't feel negative today. I think that's the thing. It's like, I don't know what it is, so it's kind of driving me crazy a little bit. And this is going to stop here in just a second, so, because we're almost at the 30-minute mark, so I'm going to go inside and get another battery, and I will be back. Okay, I'm back. I know that cut me off kind of a little bit short. I went inside and they were laying down so gently in their bed. And so I went and I got the battery. The batteries are still charging. So the battery that I have, it's in my pocket right here. Hold on. I should put it in my inside pocket. Oh my God. Last night I looked at the battery charger and I was like, was this last night or the night before? I looked, see, this vlog is helping me. You guys are really helping me. I don't know. I don't know that I felt down. I don't really, like, this is the weird thing. Like, I sometimes don't want to come on here and say, like, I'm struggling today, because I feel like if I'm struggling, then people are like, oh, he's sad, or he's complaining about his life. I don't feel like that. Like, I don't know what it is. I don't know what is going on with me today. Like, that's, I think, the core of the issue. You know what I mean? But coming out here and talking to you guys has really cheered me up. So, I don't know. I just felt kind of flat today. Do you ever have days where you used to, like, you just don't really feel anything. You just feel flat. And what's so weird about it is going on 2 or 3 hours of sleep. Like, I'm not tired. Maybe it's because I got such a nap last night. I don't know. Like, I'm not super tired. I felt flat all day today. I don't know. You guys are helping me, so thank you. But anyway, okay, so I don't know if this was last night or the night before, but I went in the kitchen and I was like, so I have 2 battery chargers in the kitchen. I have 3 batteries. One that's fully charged, I keep in like this little wood dish in the cabinet. Then both of the battery chargers usually always have a battery in it. Well, one of them didn't, and I was like, where'd that battery go? Am I down to 2? I cannot be down to 2 batteries. I was like, oh, you kept it in your coat pocket. So I went into my coat pocket, because I always unzip. I always take this off and I zip it up and then I fold it and put it up in the closet, because then it's easier for me to take down, because our closet is so packed full of coats. So to put it on a hanger, it's just easier to fold it. But anyway, I went in there and then I got the battery and then I sat down at the computer to see if my booktube video was up yet, which it's done, but I haven't published. Well, it's called publishing. I haven't posted it yet because I was like, I'm going to wait and get my vlog done first. So I'm sitting there, and out of the corner of my eye, I can see Otis get up, and he's like stretching out. And then Walter, of course, if Otis does anything, Walter just like felt like, he's like, what are we doing, Otis? What are we doing? He like follows right behind him. And so all of a sudden, like, Otis comes up, and Walter does this thing where like he gets on my leg and he stretches out like real long like that. And then Otis, he wants to come up there and do it too. So he does, but he's short and he always like falls. And when he falls, then Walter wants to play. And so then they started, I was like, oh, I should have just let the battery, because I don't know how long this battery's gonna go. I should have just let the battery die. That was a sign. So anyway, so yeah. So that's been my day. I don't know, I just feel flat. I don't really know how to explain it. That's not a sign of, has anybody felt that on anxiety medication? That's not a sign of that, is it? I hope it's not. Ooh, I don't think that is. I haven't seen that anywhere online. By the way, so many of you have reached out. Oh, I just remembered what I wanted to say. So many of you have reached out to me and shared your stories on Lux Pro, and I really, really appreciate it. The thing is, like, I did say this to my therapist today. Like, I don't know, like, if me feeling... It's such a mixed bag, I feel. Like, are you ever just like... with all this stuff, it's like sobriety, anxiety, is it like ever just okay? Like, I mean, most days are, but it's like sometimes it's just like, God, enough. Like, I was working on the anxiety and then the OCD stuff starts coming out again. That's why I went and talked to him about that. That's how the whole therapy session started today. But anyway, please don't let this scare anybody away from doing therapy. Like, it is helpful to me. It is like, it's probably more helpful than anything in my entire life. Therapy has been more. I mean, obviously, 12-step program, getting sober, saved my life. But therapy has like saved my mental life. Like, hands to God. I mean, seriously, it has. So, but like when the anxiety started, I don't know. Like, I don't really know how to explain it, and I don't know if it's the walking, if it's the eating healthier. I don't know. Maybe my attitude has just changed about some things. Maybe it's the dogs. There's just I just don't get consumed with stuff as much as I used to. Like, I just don't. Like, anger-wise, like, I'm just like, I don't know if it's my goals of like, where am I directing my energy? I ask myself that several times a day. I have to, you know, like something will happen and I'll be like, is this worth my energy? No, I'm not even gonna be thinking about it 3 days from now. Just let it go. That's really helped me a lot. But I just kind of have this like internal feeling most days, like when something will come up, like if I would have reacted to it, you know, I try to be more responsive than reactionary anyway, but like if a year ago I would have reacted to it, like on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being nothing and 10 being a lot, I probably, well, I mean, I've worked on it a lot because I was really reactionary back in the day. I think a year ago I probably would have reacted to it at like, let's say, most things between like a 6 and an 8. Now it's like things that would have taken me from a 6 to an 8, like between a 6 and an 8 before, now it's like they're like a 3 or a 4. Like I'm just kind of like, okay. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm like, is that the medicine? Is it the walks? Like the walks really help me. I mean, they clear up my mind like nobody's business. I cannot even tell you. Like when I walk up here, like I just like, there is like this air and lightness about me that I feel when I walk back in the house, like from my walk. The walks really clear my mind a lot. And I think they kind of just let me leave stuff by the side of the road, so to speak. I don't know. They really, really help. But, yeah, one of the things, I don't want to get into this deep, but one of the things that we were talking about in therapy today that kind of took me down that road is that, you know, I got asked to do something and I get asked to do a lot of things. And other than like hang out with Tanya when she can, or go with Alex somewhere, or Caroline, I don't do a lot. Like, especially if it's like somebody that I know, but like I don't like go places with them, like drive around and stuff like that with them. I'm not real comfortable with that. And I don't love taking Ubers and Lyfts. So I had this moment the other day and I was like, it was weird. It was like this kind of like, I feel like since I've been working on the anxiety, like other stuff has come up. And it was kind of like this fear when I was asked to do something. And it was something that I would like love to do, you know? And I was kind of like, I don't want to leave. Like, I just want to be here. So one of the things I was talking to him about is like, there's almost kind of this fear that I have that I feel like I go around and around in circles about this. Like, there was a period where I feel like I never got to leave the house. And I don't ever regret making the decision not to drive. That's not ever anything that I don't ever even question, like, you know, people, it's weird. Nobody online really asks me about it. I don't know if you guys are just being respectful, but most people don't ever ask me online. Nobody close to me, like nobody that I ever mention on here ever asks me. But people that I'll like every once in a while at meetings and whatever, and they'll be like, oh yeah, you don't drive. They're like, do you ever think that you might drive again? Like people ask me, I'm like, no, like it's a decision I made. It's the one thing I felt like I could do for the family to never have them worry about me ever being on the road again. And I think like, but I also think like today, there's kind of a fear associated with going out. Like, I don't know, like I don't talk about this a lot online because I think like, I don't know, there's parts of it that I feel like I'm still like, it's been almost 4 years and I still feel like I don't have ownership over my own part of my story because I don't want to offend anybody else that was involved in it. And that's truly how I feel about it. Like, I really feel like so much worse happened to them than did me. Like, I don't have a right to come on here and talk about it. Sometimes it's how I feel, you know? But, like, that seizure came out of nowhere. I mean, my doctors, everything was completely fine. I think there's a part of me that I don't really ever... This was a lot of what came out in therapy today. Like, I wasn't going to get into it. Now I'm kind of getting into it. But I think there's a part of me that's like... I mean, nothing's happened ever, you know, like in the last 4 years. And I guess, but there's like still this feeling like, I don't know. What if? But if I'm here, I mean, I'm not driving anymore. So it's like the worst that could happen is I just fall down the street and somebody'd find me. But like, or at a mall or in the back of an Uber or whatever. I don't know. I just feel safe here. I also don't like, there's people that I feel safe with. I feel very safe with Alex. Tanya, Caroline, I feel, she always makes me feel, I mean, my friends make me feel very, very safe. But like, given the option of staying at home or leaving, I would prefer just to stay at home. And I don't want to become to the point where I say no to things out of fear. And I think there's a part of it that really is about that I really haven't, I don't know that I've really allowed myself to address that or go there. that it's like the farther away I get from the accident, it's like, well, all these years went by and nothing happened. You know, it could happen again. It could happen right now. It could happen tomorrow. Like, I don't know. And I think that scares me. And I don't really ever talk about it because it's not really at the top of my head. And so my therapist today was like, we're going to go there. Like, we're going to go to the fear of like, and, because I think like after the accident, like when I was back home and I understood what was going on and whatever, like I was like, is this now going to be like an everyday thing? Like, has my epilepsy changed? Like, am I going to be having seizures like I didn't know, you know? I mean, they called it a breakthrough seizure, like it just randomly happens. Like, you know, it's like this medical emergency breakthrough seizure. It's like, I don't know. I think I don't want to become the person that never leaves the house. Like, I walk out in the yard and talk to my neighbors. I take walks in the neighborhood and stuff like that. Even Alex is like, I mean, I think indirectly one of the reasons why he wanted me to get like stuff that lights up is like, what if Peter has a seizure on the side of the road and falls in the woods and nobody knows where he's at? You know, I mean, we both track each other's phones and stuff like that. And some of my friends and I do that too. So like, it's not like I'm going to go missing, but I think, I just think there's a little bit of a fear associated with that. I don't know. And like, I don't think I really ever, well, I don't talk about it on here much. I don't know that it really even occurred to me until the other day when I was asked to do this. And I just was like, it was like something that like if you had asked me like 5 years ago, I absolutely would have said yes to. But my hesitation wasn't about going to this event. It was about, I don't know this person. Like, I was like, my immediate thought was, when was the last time I was in a car with this person? Was like my thought about it. Like, I don't know. It's just like, sometimes but I also don't want to become the person that just sits at home all the time. You know what I mean? I love being at home. I feel safe. See, there it is. I feel safe at home. I love my home. I love being here, whether I'm by myself with the dogs or with Alex. I love being at home. I love watching TV shows I love being here. I work from home. I love all of it. I love talking to neighbors and everything. But I also love going out and doing stuff. Like, I am, to some degree, even though I'm an introvert, I am a social person when it's around people. I'm like one of those, what do they call it now, extrovert introverts, if I'm around people that I like feel very comfortable with. So I do want to go out and do stuff. I don't know. Like, my therapist was like, I think you should go to this thing. I think you should just push through and go through it. And I was like, yeah, maybe I should. Oh, I know what I was going to say. Did I say this already? That Alex found this, like, Christmas thing tomorrow his friend's going to, where you can take the dogs and, like, go see Santa Claus. He's like, I think we should go to this. This wasn't the thing I'm talking about. I haven't ruled that out yet. I think I did say this already in the video. Yeah, this is not the event I'm talking. I don't ever feel fearful being with Alex. Like, or being like I don't have a problem. Like, once I'm out, like at a restaurant or something like that, I don't have that fear. I'm like, if something happens, somebody will take care of me. That's the thing. Like, if I'm with somebody that knows, like, I'm like, well, if something happens, then they'll just, you know, call an ambulance or whatever. Or whatever. It's like I tell drivers sometimes, like in Ubers and Lyfts, I'm like, hey, just so you know, like, and sometimes I feel weird saying it to them. I don't know. And this is where when I say this, people are like, you know, all my phone has all the information on it, like the medical bracelets and all that stuff. People are like, I don't want to do all that. You know, like my phone has all the information. All you have to do is hit my phone and it says everything on it. So, and to be honest with you, even if I had a t-shirt that said all my information, this is my problems, I don't think that would take away the fear. The fear's not about that. I don't know. But we were talking about how, like, I have other fears in my life that aren't associated with that. It's like where I went through this fear of, like, I don't like to fly, which is very much a control thing. And there was a period where I just wouldn't go places. I just wouldn't. This was long before Alex was even in the picture, but I just wouldn't fly places because I didn't like to fly. Well, okay, when I allow myself to give into my fears, then I'm really not allowing myself to live. And I want to live a full life, you know? I mean, I'm here. I want to live a full life. I don't want to be contained by my fears and never go anywhere. I just don't, you know? And I think there was a period in my life where I think if I didn't have Alex and I didn't have Tanya and I didn't have Caroline and I didn't have other people in my life, my dad and my stepmom and my sponsor, and I just was like, didn't really have anybody in my life, I think it would be very easy for me just to go in and day out and just, I mean, people are like, it's funny to me that, like, sometimes people don't connect the dots. Like, I always, like, whenever I do a haul, people be like, you buy so much. I live at home. I don't leave my house but maybe once or twice a week. Like, it's not like I'm going to the store. You know what I mean? Like, I have to do everything on Wednesdays with Caroline or on the weekends with Alex. And I don't really like to leave a whole lot on the weekends. You know what I mean? Like, we go to brunch, we might stop by a store or two on the way home. So it's like, yeah, I order a lot of stuff online. Like, that's what you do when you don't leave your house very often. You know? And basically, I don't leave my house. If you don't leave your house, you understand that. You order a lot of stuff. It just is convenient. It's easy. And you almost get kind of used to it. You know, it's not like I'm trying to be overconsumption. It's like the things I buy, I use. You know what I mean? Like, these are things I need that... Anyway, I don't know what this is even about, but... I did want to say this, because I mentioned this on my drama video. So many people, I mean, literally, and it just like, I got on my Instagram a little bit before I came out here to vlog, and it was like 20 or 30 more messages. So many people, I didn't even know how to look it up on YouTube for my own to see what my top channels were. Do you guys want to know? This is so funny. So I was going to talk about so many of you have DM'd me the screenshot where like you're in my top couple percentage, or like I'm one of your top channels that you watched in the last year. I just want to say that is just like, it is the coolest thing. Like, it really is. Like, Otis just came over here. Hey, Otis. I think back a lot on, you know, as being a person that thinks back a lot on life, I do think about when I started YouTube a lot and like what I thought this would ever be. This is never what I thought it would be. And let's be for real, it's not like my vlog gets like 100,000 views a video. I always knew it would never be that, you know. It's like, I think subscriber wise, I have like gained 100, lost 100 over the last 5 years. Like, it just ebbs and flows, but it kind of just stays the same. And like view count, like it's always between like 2,200 and like maybe 3,500 depending on what I make the title. I thought it was kind of funny because I did this video called Life Update. I think it was yesterday, and I didn't really know what to title it. It wasn't really a life update. I was kind of surprised nobody said this is not a life update. But like a life update, I knew that title, like I was like, I was like, oh, people will watch update videos, you know? So I was like, but depending on the title, it's like, you know, what was I going to call it yesterday? I was going to call it something so funny. Shoot. Why am I thinking about that now? But anyway, you know, it's interesting that there's so many of you guys that just allow me in your homes every day and into your lives. And what's crazy about it is the majority of people that sent it to me, it was like a lot of people that was my Peter Monn, my drama channel. But the majority of people, it was this channel. And a few people, it was my Peterisms channel. And a lot was like the TV and the review, like mixed in. It would be like, I was like, what a cool thing that, you know, I always say this, that who we give our time to in a day, like who you work for. I mean, you know, many of us have like, you know, the option of who we work for if we don't like them or not and stuff like that. I mean, there was a lot of people that I worked with back in the day that I was like, yeah, it is a privilege that you're getting my time. You know what I mean? But anyway, I don't know, actually, there were most people that I worked with, I loved working with, but you know, like, I think, like, who we spend our time with, who we talk to on the phone, who we hang out with, that's a privilege. Like, when you really think about it, our life is broken down to a matter of years. And those years are broken down into a matter of days. I know this is cheesy, but just go with me on this, okay? And really think it through. The next time that you're going through something, really think this through. I should have thought through this earlier today. But like, let's say if you think I'm going to live to be 70, right? 75. And then those years are broken out into days. 365 days in a year. That's right? And then each day is 24 hours. Each hour has 60 minutes. If you talk to somebody for 15 minutes on the phone that you don't want to talk to, like, this is where I ask myself, where are you directing your energy? Is this worth your energy? Because if I'm talking to somebody, I'm like, yeah, well, I haven't really talked to you in 6 months, and you're just calling me up to, I don't know, because you couldn't find anybody else to talk to and just complain about your life, but you don't really care about what's going on with, you know what I mean? Like, that's where I'm like, I don't do that anymore. I don't. And all my relationships are reciprocal in my life today, and are all give and take, and I think that they all should be that way. And that we're there for people and they're there for us. And I don't think it has to be, there's no scorekeeping to that. There's no tit or tat. But I I don't want to be selfish in other people's lives, and I don't want people to be selfish in my life with my time, or the battery just went to the halfway mark. I'm probably going to end this early because my hands are getting kind of cold. But anyway, you know, like when you break it down that way and you look at it, who you spend your time with, who you give your time to, what TV shows you watch, what YouTubers you watch. If you watch an hour of my vlog every day, you're giving me an hour of your life. If you watch an hour of my, you're giving me 365 hours in a year. Like, that is beyond. And I mean, literally from the bottom of my heart, thank you. I mean, that's just, to me, it is. I can remember when I sat down at that table and I was like, you're going to do this booktube thing. Because I was like, I always kind of need people to push me into stuff. Like, do this, you can do it, Peter. Like, Alex is real good with that, you know? And I never would have written my book if it wasn't for Alex. My therapist asked me today, he's like, how's that cozy mystery coming? I was like, listen. I said, because I think it would be good for you. It'd be cathartic for you to get back into writing again. I go, it would be. I said, I've been outlining a lot. I've been doing a lot of character stuff. I said, I have 2 puppies and I'm reading 13 advent calendar books. He goes, you're reading 13 advent calendar books right now? He reads all like science fiction and fantasy. I was like, yeah. He's like, I'm thinking about getting into Brandon Sanderson. I said, then you won't be asking me about that because those books are long. So anyway, but so yeah, I want to do I still want to do the cozy mystery. It's just like, I don't know right now. It's just like, I'm having more fun watching TV shows and movies and reading books right now. They are both of them laying right down there on the floor inside the door. That makes me so happy. But you know, I can remember when I first started my very first booktube video, and I was so nervous. I can remember sitting at that desk and these old cameras that Alex and I bought. 2 of each bought a camera, do photo shoots together on weekends and stuff at the cemetery. We went all over doing photo shoots. It was fun. But I remember I was like, I'm going to do this, because I was watching so many booktubers at that time. I wanted to be part of it. That's all I wanted. I just wanted to be part of it. I never thought about. I think that's one of the reasons why, I think you can kind of tell this with a lot of YouTubers that, I mean, I'm not going to say I never look at views or subscribers. I do, you know, like, I do to see like, oh, people like this video more than that one, or this video really failed and tanked. I mean, I'm aware of my views and my subscriber count and stuff like that, but I'm not consumed with it. I mean, I've talked to so many people. I actually watched this video the other day. It popped up and I was like, what is this? It was like advice to YouTubers or something. And they were saying that like in 2025 and 2026, so this would be a good time to start a new channel on YouTube. Because I think they were pushing shorts for a while, but I think this would be a good time to start if you want to do videos on YouTube and you thought about it. Because they're saying that like new people coming out now, like if you do a video, it has nothing to do with your subscriber count. Like you could catch a lot of people's attention and have like 4 subscribers. It has something to do with how they're like changing all their analytics so that people that are doing like niche communities, like if you really like making beaded jewelry, like that could be a video that could get 1 million views. So, you know, and like this is the thing. It's not that I don't care about the views. I just don't pay a lot of attention to it because mine across the board are pretty static. My drama channel views have gone way down, but I mean, I don't think I've screwed that channel. I've screwed I do Sister Wives. I mean, listen, it's all over the place, you know? But my views are pretty static. That being said, I've always said, people that say they don't care about their views, I'm not saying that. I do. And you're a view, and I appreciate that. But, like, we do it for the views because we want people to watch our videos. And the more views you have, that means the more people that are watching your videos. We're making videos because we want people to watch them. I'm not making a video just to talk to the wall. Like, let's be for real, right? But I'm not consumed with it either. It doesn't drive me. I guess that's what I should say. Like my Peterisms channel, like when I make those videos, it's not like I make a video and I go, this is going to be the one that's got 100,000 views. Those videos might get 400 views. That's a good video these days over there. But I just like doing those videos, you know? And it's consistently the same people that watch the Peterisms channel. I know, you know? So, by the way, Ash, I just want to say thank you. She watches literally every one of my channels and comments every single day on every one of my channels. There's a lot of you that do that, and I really appreciate it. But I don't think I've ever shouted her out in a video before, so I just want to say that. But, you know, when I started that very first BookTube channel, I never, to think that I ever would have had, like, 8 channels, and that this would literally become, like, my job. I remember Andrew TMI years ago in a video, and he was like, to be able to get up every single day and say this is my job is such like, it's such a privilege. It is such a privilege. And it's the coolest thing. Like when I say my prayers at night, I always like, YouTube's always part of that. And I always thank God for allowing me to have like, you know, YouTube as a job and that people watch me and are kind to me. And you guys are so kind to me and my husband and my family and the dogs and everything. You guys are so nice, you know, and I love, one of my favorite things about the vlog is like when I say something so random, like today it'll probably be, we're at the end of the vlog, so maybe now I'll find out. When I say something about the tea, like the tea, and then it'll be like 10 people that are like, well, I take my tea with this, or I take my tea with that, or they'll laugh and they'll be like, Peter, it's not cuppa, it's whatever. And I love when it's just something random on my vlog that I don't even like think much about, and then it's like, I get 10 or 20 comments about it. That is one of my favorite things. But I love this so much, and I'm just, I don't know, like, you know, even on days today, like, when I'm struggling, making videos for me is like, when I went to go make my drama video, I was like, this will get you out of it. You know, do the Vanderpump Rules video, this will get you out of it. I hope, in some way, I help you guys as much as you help me. And I don't know that you guys really realize even how much that you help me, but you really do. Like, even just saying that stuff out loud tonight, you know, after the therapy session, whatever, has really, really helped me. You know, years ago, I'd be like, I'd say something in a vlog, I'd get done, I'd be like, oh God, I said that in a vlog. If I say it in a vlog and somebody takes it a weird way or they don't know it, that's not about me. This is my truth, this is my story. If somebody takes it a certain way and they got an issue with it or whatever, and most people that watch my vlogs, they could care less. I have to say this too. I got so many messages from people that show me like their top 1% or whatever, and they said, I never direct, it was like a lot of new people. They were like, I don't ever direct message you, and I don't comment on any of your videos, but I just had to let you know. And I was like, oh my, I tried to respond to as many people as I could and say thank you, because I just thought it was so nice that people reached out to me. Like, that is so, I mean, like, I'm one of the top people that you watch. Like, that is such an honor. So thank you for allowing me into your lives every day. I really, it means so much. Now, do I still have my phone out here or do I leave it inside? I have to tell you what's funny. When you go to mine and you look, I don't even remember who my top 5 channels were. They were so random, you guys. It was like whatever shows you guys, it was so funny. I just screenshot this one thing. Where is it at? But it's Kalani Productions, which is all drag stuff, was like number 2. Okay, can I just show you? Here are my, on entertaining, here are my, you love watching talent, here are my top 3 entertaining things. Talent competitions. Okay, that's drag pageants, America's Got Talent, Britain's Got Talent. These are my top 3 things I watch. Talent competitions, music performances, and comedy skits. Those are the top 3 things that I watch on YouTube. How hilarious is that? I didn't even post my top 3 things because I was like, people probably don't even know who these people are. I was kind of embarrassed, honestly. It's like Kalani Productions. It's like Drag Lover and Kalani Productions were like 1 and 2. They're like these drag channels. And then number 3 was like the channel that I watch. I actually was just watching, it's the BBC Music something, because I was just watching Pink sing with her daughter live. What about us? Oh my God, her daughter has such an amazing voice. See? And then the 4th one was something, they were, all 5 of them were so random, you guys. I think one of them was like, it was like clips of like I think it was number 5 maybe. It was like it wasn't like a Bravo channel you guys would know, but it was like, it must be where I go, because like it didn't make sense. It was like where I go and I watch like all of like the best of Nene Leakes, like being a diva and all that kind of stuff. Oh my God. I'll have to go back in there and screenshot it for you. Oh, can I go back in there and do it? I think I probably can. And screenshot it for you guys. Talent competitions is my number 1 category that I like to watch. Talent competitions on YouTube. Drag pageants. Not Amazing Race. American Idol, Britain's Got Talent, and drag pageants. Those are the top 3 things I watch on YouTube. Anyway. My therapist today was telling me that he watches a lot of YouTube. He's like, he got rid of all of his social media. We've been talking about that lately. I was like, I don't think I want to get rid of all my social media, but I don't spend nearly as much time as I used to. He did it a while ago. But anyway, he's like, I still watch YouTube. And I was like, what do you watch on YouTube? I mean, he knows what I do. He's watched a couple of my videos, but it's not like he watches them regularly or anything like that. I didn't realize this was a thing. He watches authors talk about their books and their writing process. And he's real into like science fiction. So he like watches a lot of like, who is he telling me about? Pierce Brown. He's talking about, he watches like a lot of Pierce Brown interviews and stuff. And I was like telling him that my neighbor likes Pierce Brown and whatever. But anyway, You guys have really helped me out of this funk today. I just want to say I really appreciate it. I was really struggling today. Not in a bad way. I just felt flat. I just was like, what's going on with me? Where am I at on time? Because I feel like I'm like right down to the... Oh my God, I'm at the 29-minute and almost 30-second mark. So let me get through with this so that I can stop this right before the hour mark. Okay, maybe tomorrow. Well, it's supposed to be cold, it's temperatures. Maybe tomorrow I'll do a little bit longer. Okay, I hope you guys are having a magically amazing Thursday. And if nobody else has told you this today, I love you guys. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for helping me each and every day. And I hope in some way I help you as much as you help me. Seriously. I love you guys and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Love ya.